What's going on, people? How is everybody? Yes, what's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with the Nottingham Forest preview for Nottingham Forest v Blackburn. Crazy weekend. Chris Hughton as Nottingham Forest manager. I've got my new old training top, if everyone knows what it is. But yeah, massive game this week. I've got a guest coming in at about in 5 minutes' time to represent Blackburn Rovers, and his name is Ryan. He represents Rovers blogs. So if you do want to subscribe to him, comment below in the comment section, and he is there. So, but what's everyone's prediction for this week? Comment below in the comment section. What is everyone's prediction? So, who's here? Jacob first. Matt Hopper says hi. The man Billy is here as well. But yeah, it's a massive game. Massive game for Saturday. Before Ryan does come on, we know it's a transfer deadline is on Friday. We know the gossip is we're signing Anthony Knockaert from Fulham. What does everyone think? What does everyone think about the signing of Anthony Knockaert coming on loan? Tomorrow. Personally, I think it'll be a fantastic signing. Fantastic signing for him. As well, it's going to be Chris Hughton's first signing as well. Darren Price says 1-0 Forest. Paul, hello, Dore, how you doing? I'm all good, Paul. I'm all good. But to start, yeah, it's a massive game. Massive game for Forest. We need to get our first win this season. We're up against a team that has started well. But like I said, we're going to get a Blackburn fan on here soon to talk about their form, their manager, players to watch, the score prediction, and Forest fans will know ex-Nottingham Forest player Ben Brereton as well. So, whoever watching this, make sure what's your score for Saturday? What's your score for Saturday? I'm going to try and get Ryan on now. So yeah, massive game for, like I said, for Forest. We need to win. It's simple as that on Saturday. Like I said, Blackburn's a tough game. It's always like, I think last season it was 1-1, but it is, like I said, first game for Hughton. What does everyone think about travel to Blackburn? Has anyone been to Irwin Park before? Has anyone been before? So Darren Price says thoughts on Knockaert and basically played to it. Thoughts on Knockaert. Knockaert's a fantastic signing. It is going to be a fantastic signing for Knockaert. We need a winger. I've always said, like, all these players that we brought in, 12 or 13 players are brought in, need a winger. So Knockaert is a fantastic signing. Gruzicki, another fantastic signing as well. But right now, like I said, I'm going to bring in Ryan from Rivers Chat to talk about Blackburn. But yeah, so everyone say hello to Ryan for me and to talk about Blackburn. Ryan, hello Ryan. Oh, hello Ryan. He's crashed. I think he's crashed. Ryan, right, he's crashed. Ryan, I bet his Wi-Fi's playing up. Ryan, come back on again. I'm going to take you off and come back on. He's crashed again. I think he's crashed. I can see you, Ryan. Yeah, try your phone, Ryan. Try your phone. Try your phone. I'll take you off, Ryan, and come back on. Right, I'll take Ryan off, but he'll come back on. Try your phone, Ryan. Right, so Ryan, yeah, let me just message Ryan, tend to come on his phone because I think his Wi-Fi must be playing on. But so before let Ryan come back, 19 people. So what's everyone's prediction for Saturday? What, as well, in the comment section, what do you think the team will be? What do you think the team will be? Chris Hooton will come out. So like I say, he's got a massive squad. Don't forget the possibilities of Nakard, Gritsky, is 30 defenders. So what do you think his team be? And what is your score prediction as well? And if you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe as well if you do, and like as well. So I'm going to go through the comments. I'll go through comments. Chris, do you think we'll win it? It's a tough game. It's a tough game when we go to Eagle Park. I'm not going to give a prediction yet. So it's a massive game. Massive game. What's everyone's prediction? What's everyone's prediction for Saturday score? So Chris Hooton, like I said, he's had 2 weeks to look at the players. Who do you think will be in the lineup? Like I said, we've got 5,000 defenders. Who do you think will play up front? Bradley or Taylor? We've got 3 men as well up front. That's number 10. So we're back here. Here he is. Right, so he's back again. Ryan's back, and hopefully there's no Wi-Fi problem. Hello, Ryan.
Hi, sorry, I'm on my phone now, so not ideal. I've had a laptop mare tonight. My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Right, so everyone, this is Ryan. He's from Rovers Chat. Before we do start, Ryan, what can we talk about your channel before we do start?
Yeah, Rovers Chat. So I've been part of it for, I think, 3 seasons now. I joined it in our League One season. So Dan Ainsworth set the website up. He does a cracking job, does it all in his free time. We started off just with, written articles, match reports, previews, things like that. But we've really expanded the content now, lots of YouTube stuff. And there's a guy called Andy Watson on there who does a stats show. There's a podcast called the 1875 Podcast. So lots of really good stuff. And I've started a video called On the Other Side, which you yourself been on this morning. So, yeah, we're just kind of finding new ways to bring Rovers news to people.
Yeah. So I have put his YouTube channel in the description as well. So make sure you do subscribe to his channel as well. So, Ryan, let's start about Blackburn Rovers.
Yes.
Let's start with your seasons, your form so far this season. How's Blackburn been?
Yeah, quite surprising actually. We tend to start seasons pretty slowly. So we lost on the opening day, which is just like Rovers. We've not won on the opening day for like 10 seasons. We lost away at Bournemouth, but even in that game we played really well, scored a couple of goals, and then Wickham had banana skin all over it. Gareth Ainsworth, a Blackburn lad through and through, going back to Blackburn, and obviously we smashed them 5-0, which was a nice surprise. And then we beat your good rivals Derby County 4-0 in the game following
Great
that.
Great result.
Yeah, so lots of goals. And then the Cardiff game just before the international break, that was 0-0, but Cardiff always just seemed to cause us a few problems like that. But I'm not complaining. 3 clean sheets in a row, in the top 6, lots of goals. Adam Armstrong in form. So yeah, it's been a nice start, really.
Tony Mowbray, your manager. How long has he been there, and what are you happy with him at this moment?
He's been there 3.5 years now. So he joined February 2017. So it was the back end of our relegation season from the Championship. So he couldn't quite keep us up. We had a lot of bad eggs in the squad at that point. That League One season, it's weird to say, it kind of turned us around a little bit. It's like we needed that League One season just to galvanise a lot of fans and get some of the trash out the door, and really Mowbray to get his footprint on stuff. So yeah, we obviously bounced back at the first attempt, and it's just been a slow build from that point. Mowbray as a manager is like Mowbray as a man. So Tony Mowbray, I don't think you'll ever meet such a lovely man. Just a family-orientated guy, says it how it is, completely honest, probably too honest for his own good. He said that he's been out-competed in the transfer market a few times and things like that. I can absolutely see why, because he's too honest, as I say, too nice for his own good. But yeah, we've had just a real nice, slow, gradual build, and the stuff that Mowbray's done off the pitch in particular as well. We've got a nice structure, between Mowbray and the owners, Venky's. He's really using that academy well. And to be fair to Venky's, they still plough that money into the academy. It's still a Category 1 academy, which is brilliant. And we're getting some good players through that now. So yeah, Mowbray, sadly for English football, is one of the most longest serving managers, and it's only 3 years. But yeah, I think the majority of our fan base is happy with him. I just think sometimes it's like we've got the handbrake on a little bit. I'd like us to go and hurt teams a little bit more than try to play and mould around them, if you see what I mean. Yeah.
You spoke about the Venkers, and I know Blackburn was a bit iffy at the start when they took over. You said they spent money on the academy. How long have they been there? And are you saying, is anything changed from when they first started when they took over Blackburn?
Yeah, so they've been there 10 years now, and
10 years?
10 years. They joined in 2010. Yeah, so 10 years. We need to get one thing straight. This is a problem completely of their own making. They didn't listen to the right people, and ultimately the club was relegated out of the Premier League as a result of their decision making. So we need to go on record and say that first. However, with that said, they continually invest in the club. Even today, there's an article on the Lancashire Telegraph website about more money that they've put in. They're investing in that academy. So we are some kind of weird loss-making company that sits under their umbrella company at the moment. And it's just one of them that you just hope that they're still interested, because we are the next Bolton Wanderers, unfortunately, if they decide to pull the plug, because I think we owe something like 100 million to Venky's as a company. So
wow.
If they call that in, we're in a bit of bother. But whilst they're interested, whilst they're backing Mowbray, whilst they're backing the academy, as much as it's a problem of their own creating, we've got to be comfortable, happy.
Right, the other player that I want to talk about is ex-Nottingham Forest player Ben Brereton. He was at Nottingham Forest. He was doing well. He started really good, but then he faded away. Blackburn signed him for 7 million. I thought, he paid way too much for him. How's he been coping with Blackburn so far?
Yeah, so when we signed him, that price tag was, we signed Jordan Rhodes when we first got relegated for 8 million, and Andy Cole in the Premier League was 8 million before that. And as financial fair play kicked in the Championship, we were spending next to nothing on transfers.
Yeah.
Then just bang, out of the blue, we spend 7 million on Ben Brereton, and you're like, where the hell has this come from for a start?
Yeah.
That instantly puts a bit of pressure on him because, you know, the first big signing since Jordan Rhodes, you know, that piles on a bit of pressure. So fans are expecting some instant results from a lad who's 19 years old. If I start on before the start of this new season, everything up until this season has been a bit, you know, a tendency to look like he's got 2 left feet a little bit.
Yeah.
Confidence obviously a bit shy. What type of player is he? Is he a striker? Is he a wide striker? Is he a, you know, big man in a big man, little man formation? Don't really know what type of player that he is. But what I will say is that kid has really worked hard, and clearly he's taken stuff, you know, on board on the training ground. He's come back from this preseason and he looks in completely different physical shape. And he's started this season really well. He's getting stuck in a bit more. His work rate is good. And that formation that Mowbray wants to play, where I think when Bradley Dack comes back, I think we might go for this false 9 formation, where Dack will be the central one with 2 wide strikers, one of them being Armstrong, and then the other Brereton or Gallagher. That wide striker role is suiting Brereton because he can run with the ball. He's, as I say, develop that little bit of strength, but sadly, he's not a natural finisher. You know, he's compared to Dack and Armstrong, you know, it's chalk and cheese, really. He's not a natural finisher, but hey, he's 21 years old, isn't he? So he's got time to learn that. And I think the thing I was hoping he would have done by now is just learn the big man stuff up front from Danny Graham. When we had Danny Graham in our squad, I was hoping that, you know, Brereton might take a few more balls on the chest or be a bit more physical against the centre half and really learn from, you know, a good striker in Danny Graham at Championship level in doing that. But doesn't seem to have learned that side of his game, really. So he is going to be this wide striker, I think, for us.
You mentioned about, like I said, players like Bradley Dack, Armstrong. What players do Forest need to be wary of on Saturday?
Yeah, Adam Armstrong, definitely. The guy is banging form, absolutely banging form. And since Dack's injury that he got last season, he's the one that's really risen up and kind of led the team from the front. And he can score goals from anywhere, it seems, at the moment. Scored one from 45 yards last season against Cardiff, and, you know, got a good free kick as well, and plenty from outside the box, and just, you know, real poacher inside the box. So Armstrong and his pacing behind is definitely one to look out for. Midfield wise, we're lacking a couple of the others that have started well. So Lewis Holtby's not going to be playing. Yeah, so he's just had a baby, or his missus has, and they're away in Germany because that's where he's from. So Holtby's not going to be playing. Rankin Costello, one of our youngsters, is also injured. So in midfield, and Lewis Travis is also injured. So we're quite threadbare in midfield. But one guy who is a definite threat, and he was a threat against Derby and some of the other teams as well, is Tyrese Dolan. So this is just a fairy tale story. You know, we signed this guy for £0, you know, free transfer from Preston's under-23s. He was just expected to make up our under-23 squad. I think Mowbray's looked at him and just gone, hang on, this kid can play. He played in some friendlies, really teared it up a bit. And then Mowbray brought him on against Bournemouth. He did really well. And then he started the next 2 games after that, 2 goals in 2 games. Just lightning pace, really good dribbling ability, you know, frightens the life out of fullback. So Dolan in that wide area. I don't know who your left back is. You know, he'll probably have his hands full on.
We've got about 1,000 left backs. So I'm not going to mention it, all of them.
Yeah, but Dolan against Cardiff in that game we drew 0-0, they got stuck into him a bit. So obviously as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old lad, that's probably the way to fend against him, as he obviously learns the game and whatever. But Dolan just seems to have no fear whatsoever. And then another one who he's a bit like Brereton. Everyone's willing Brereton to do well. And another one who we're willing to do well is Joe Rothwell, who just... He's got that raw ability. He can dribble with the ball, and on his day, he can be amazing. Just not seen it enough. And, you know, he did get that really good goal against you guys a couple of seasons ago at City Ground, but that's been few and far between. Sorry, you know, Mowbray's publicly come out on a few occasions and said, "I need more assists, I need more goals." And with some of those midfield players who I said are missing, which also includes Bradley Dack, obviously, Rothwell is, well, this is a game he's got to light up, really.
I've got a question for you. from Malcolm Owen, he's one of the guys that I work with.
Yeah.
What do you think Bradley Dack's market value is today?
So I see players like Ben Rama, who are, reported for about 20 odd million, aren't they? I don't think he's as high as that, because I think Ben Rama has got a lot more in his locker than Dack. As good as Dack is, Ben Rama's just got a bit of everything. Josh King, what have I seen linked today? Like 12 to 15 million. Dack's a bit younger. So I'd probably be putting Dack maybe around that £15 million mark, but I'm sure there's probably a deal there that could be done with Blackburn. Eventually, I do think Dack will eventually go if we don't get promoted. But if it's something like some good money up front and then a few add-ons, then that's probably going to get him from Rovers. And our budgets are all over the shop with COVID-19, so it might even lower that price down even further. But around 15 million, I think, in this. To be talking about championship players at £15 million is just obscene, really, isn't it? Just, but that's the market value, I think.
Right. So, as a Blackburn fan, how do you think, like, from the start, how do you think Forest? Well, no, let me start from last season. How do you think Forest was when we basically messed up last season?
Yeah, I mean, Forest, I was so surprised with what happened to you at the end of the season, because I think, you had obviously all the fanfare was about Leeds and all of that last season, but Forest were just always in there. Whenever I looked at the table, Forest were either third, sixth, fifth, fourth. You were always in there. And it was just kind of a given that, Blackburn were obviously aiming for sixth spot, and we were thinking, oh, we might get Forest in the playoffs. So I just expected that to happen. Obviously, I wasn't too close to the situation. It just seemed unfathomable, even on that final day when you're talking the goal swing that needed to happen. It was unbelievable. And just to sit and watch, the soccer special that was on and observe that happening, I felt really bad for you guys. And it's quite funny. I remember, I don't know why, I was just randomly listening to the radio on a Sunday, and it was your game against Barnsley. And when they got that last-minute winner, I remember thinking at the time, I was thinking, that is a huge goal for both teams. And obviously Barnsley ended up staying up. And then it obviously haunted you guys as well. You just needed that 1 point, didn't you? And I
was live streaming at my friends, and when they scored, I thought, no, this can't happen. But yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, but no, in terms of what I saw from you, I went to the City Ground. I wasn't at Ewood Park for the game against you last season, but I was at the City Ground on New Year's Day. And, you hit us with those sucker punches, just Rovers were obviously getting quite high up the pitch, and we gave away a penalty, I think, did we? I can't remember. I think Lolly got taken. Yeah. Did Lolly got taken down, didn't he? That was a counter-attack. And then that second half, 2-1 down, we come out really strong. And then you're just thinking it's only a matter of time before we score. And then bang, right up the other end, I think Amiobi crosses it for grabbing, and you're 3-1 up. That's a lot of what I saw from you last season. But I think that's the type of stuff that gets you out this division. When you think about the way that Neil Warnock's got sides up and Sean Dyche with Burnley, you have to play to your strengths. And I thought on the whole, Lamouchi was doing that last season, but whether it was COVID and the post restrictions, I don't know. Just something obviously went horribly wrong, didn't it?
Yeah. So this season with Forest, I know, like I said, we've lost every single game. And from a Blackburn fan, do you think they should be like in the top 6, or I don't know. What do you think about Forest this season?
Well, before all of the, before Lamouchi and the 5 games, I had you in my pre-season prediction for top 6. I think your squad is very good, and I just thought you would use the disappointment of last season to then just spur you on for this season. A bit like Brentford, really, this season. I'm expecting them to probably get the job done.
Yeah.
This season, I thought you'd do that. Obviously, Lamouchi, for whatever reason, lost the dressing room. It all went wrong, and you've lost 5 games. Houghton coming in, especially, I think he's just going to pick up where Lamouchi left off. You've got a great squad, signing players like Harry Arter at this level, Luke Freeman at this level. Yeah, they're great. They're great signings. So I'm not wavering from my prediction. I still think top 6 for Forest. But you have to push me on a position. I think probably just not enough for automatic. I think the likes of Norwich and Watford coming down do look strong. But yeah, third, fourth, I could easily see Forest there.
Okay. Right. So last one before you go. I know some people don't like doing predictions, but two questions. Okay. Where do you think Blackburn and Forest will finish this season?
Yep. Well, I've said to you guys, I'm going to say fourth for you guys. I think that's what I said in my prediction. I might have said fifth for my pre-season prediction. You were definitely top six. So fourth or fifth. Let's say fourth.
Okay.
For Rovers, I think despite the start we've had, our squad is a little thin, although there's 3 signings on their way tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, I think they'll be announced tomorrow, but we're signing Barry Douglas from Leeds on loan.
Good player.
Which is a good signing, yeah. Tom Tribal from Norwich on loan.
Okay.
And then we're going to sign Ainsley Pears as a reserve keeper for us from Middlesbrough. So that type of signing, bulks our squad out, and left back has been a bit of a problem area. However, still think we're probably just on the short side squad-wise. And again, if it's an injury to Armstrong, Travis is already injured now, we might just come up short. I've put 9th in our pre-season prediction, and I think it might just be too much for us for the top 6, but I think it's wide open. I can make a case for like 18 sides, I think, for people who might genuinely have playoff aspirations. Teams like Birmingham last season who were nowhere near, I think, have a genuine chance this season. So, yeah, I think if you're pushing me 9th for Rovers.
Okay. Score prediction. What do you think the score will be on Saturday?
I think 1-1. I was saying to you earlier, wasn't I, that when you announced Chris Hughton as manager, all the Blackburn fans around the country, you probably heard a collective sigh, because we always play sides that have new managers, and we were looking forward to playing you, on the run of form that you were. But we always just play those sides that have a new manager bounce, and the rest is history, as they say. So Hughton's a good manager. I think we spoke earlier that he's going to just probably sort you out defensively first. And we do struggle with that at Ewood Park. If teams are set up, organised, like Cardiff last week, 0-0, we struggle to break that type of side down. And I think Hughton is just going to try not to lose that game on Saturday. So 1-1 is my prediction. Okay.
I think I said 2-1, because like I said, when we spoke earlier on, Chris Hughton is not like a manager to go for attack. So, but he's got, like I said, he's been there for 2 weeks. He's seen who's who, and at the same time, we've not got a good record at Blackburn. I don't know if you remember. Can you remember when you beat us? Was it 7-0? Was it 95? 95. That was when you had it was Alan Shearer, Chris Sutton, Tim Chilward, Ripley, Tim Flowers in goal. What a team!
Yeah,
what a team!
And I think Bo Heenan scored in that game as well, because we signed him from you, didn't we?
You did. But like I said, Forest they've not got a great record there. But I think with Hughton as manager, I have to go for it. I think we'll win 2-1. We'll win 2-1. Has anyone got any questions for Ryan before he goes? Because you've got a football. You're going football, aren't you?
Yeah, playing football, but I've got a little bit longer. Don't worry.
So, has anyone got any questions for Ryan regarding Blackburn Rovers, Ben Brereton? Because, like, it's funny because I'm talking about Ben Brereton again, because he had so much potential at Nottingham Forest, and when he went to Blackburn for 7 million, we thought to ourselves, what are Blackburn doing?
Yeah,
and I know, like, was it last season? He didn't how many goals did he get last season?
I think it was 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
It's not enough.
It's not enough, is it? It's like Forest fans say, "Oh, bring him back." No, don't bring him back. Leave him at Blackburn. Just like I said, it was no more.
Who did you sign with that 7 million just to make me even more sick? You must have signed the likes of Lewis Graben with that money.
No, I think he went in Fawaz his pocket. That's where the money went. So, Any questions for Ryan? Okay, right. Like I said, this is Ryan. If you do want to subscribe to the channel, it is a link below. So do please subscribe to his channel. And Ryan, I want to say thank you very much for taking your time for coming on my channel.
No worries.
But like I said, he's done a video as well. When's it out, Ryan?
It should be out tomorrow, so it's a busy day for Rovers Chat tomorrow with these 3 signings, as I said, and all the usual match previews. So yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah. So like I said, make sure everyone subscribes to Ryan Rovers Chat. But like I said, Ryan, I'll let you pop off to your football game. To football. Hopefully you win tonight, and hopefully
thanks, mate.
And hopefully you lose on Saturday.
Well, I'm expecting the bounce, so yeah.
Well, yeah, so like I said, Ryan, thank you very much, Ryan, and make sure everyone subscribes to Ryan. But like I said, thank you very much for coming on, Ryan.
No worries at all. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, dude. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's Ryan. But everyone, there's I think 31 minutes. Is anyone got any questions before I do go? Like I said, Ryan was talking about the transfer deadline. It's just like tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We're expecting to bring in Anthony. Anthony Blackard as well. There's been West Brom midfielder Kareem Grinski. So hopefully, how could you bell end? Bruce Arena, do you want some whatever? But yeah, if let's say if you want to try, make sure you do subscribe. I will be doing a live stream on Saturday with Martin Price as well. Malcolm, right. This. What do you think of Henry Lansbury? Listen to me. If that's Lee Tilson, listen to me. Right, people, what does everyone think of Henry Lansbury? I don't want him at Forest. Simple as that. He was a greedy guy. That no, there's no chance. I don't want him at Forest. No chance. Well, yeah, I'm gonna block this. Yeah, no chance. I don't want Lansbury. Not a chance. But for frig's sake, who's this guy? Make sure everyone's just. Wait. Before I do go, I am right. I am the #1 Nottingham Forest YouTuber in 2020. #1, people. Just thought I'd tell match day match is #2, but I'm #1. Just thought I'd spread it. Spread the love. People spread the love as well, because match day match is a bit upset. He's crying his eyes out, phoning me saying, "Why am I #1?" So yeah, just thought to tell everyone, I am #1. I don't know what website it was. I don't know what it was. But yeah, just thought I'd rub it in, because match day match is upset. But yeah, you're #4 to be honest. Who's #1, 2 or 3? Right, I'm getting going. I let Max get upset because, like I said, I'm #1 for the best Nottingham Forest YouTube channel on some random website. But yeah, thank you for everyone for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you Saturday at 3 o'clock. Hope everyone has a good Friday and a good weekend. And hopefully, if we do sign Anthony Knockout tomorrow, I will bring a vlog out as well about it. Hopefully, I'll see everyone soon. Up the Forest. Match day Max.